is a late IHP show with your 5D mystic, and we are not going to always do introductions. So if you want to find out about me, go to the description box. And here's where I was looking into relationships. No, I wasn't. I've been living my relationships like a real girl, and there's real boys and there's real days. So meaning, you know, Pinocchio, I was thinking about that story. And I was thinking about it with the 0-1-year-old and people who are not securely attached. So I am securely attached, but I have trauma charges like anybody else does, because we have basic trauma charges. And whenever I share with people all this beautiful attachment trauma information that I've learned, and so, you know, like what codependent type relationships are like, and you know, how your first 3 years of life, implicit memory and fear, and they find it all very hard to believe. Then I see the mantles of mental health. I don't know which ones are more interesting to me. The mantles of mental health or the mantles of yoga, because, you know, with both I think of, and spirituality. So I think of Jesus because I learned all about human suffering and love, and God told me how to be humble. So today, you know, with all of what they're doing, they're saying Reiki masters and tarot card readers and Akashic record readers that we're demons and devils and evils and we don't belong to the Holy Spirit. Yeah, no. The only reason I know about my light body expansion is because I got my confirmation. So besides people who are linear thinkers and think that everything needs to stay set in stone, what I know that is, it's called rigid thinking. My rigid thinking is I know all about being a whole 3-year-old heart, because I have a whole differentiated self right here. No shame button. Not even a little bit, which is why I'm okay with people calling me stupid and a moron and a lot more. Like, seriously, I was a teenager when I was like, you know what, I do take things too sensitive. I don't have to. That's right. Heart, stay open. They're all unkind because they don't know anything. Oh, wait, I'm now attachment trauma informed. They're all unkind because they don't want to look at their childhood trauma. They'd rather go around using stories from ancient textbooks. So on that note, this is just a little brief synapses of relationships. What does it take? Well, my teenage boyfriend knew exactly what forgiveness meant. And I didn't hang it over his head like this, you know. I said, look, just because you cheated, don't you think I'm going to go being jealous and check your phone and become some person that does what our friends do? No, and also FYI, I am, and I didn't know yet, but I'm polyamory, and don't tell me who to hang out with or not. Although at the time, I actually have to say, I thought that men, boys, that real boys knew how to commit. And I found out that they don't. And that most people who don't know their inner child don't know how anything works at all when it comes to love. Zero. Nada. So Stephen Porges, he didn't publish his book with his wife because the publishers told him how people want what is actually unhealthy relationships, is how I'm going to share it with you. Push and pull, unhealthy. When you know what healthy relationships means, it means I'm consistently going to show up with the same mannerisms because I don't change. I'm a human being who doesn't change, although people will say, no, you have to. And I'll say, yeah, I grew up like anybody else, but I'm a piece of presence. I know all what these words meant. I didn't know, now I embody it, like I've heard them. Let me go grab my rabbi. He's a great rabbi. I need to find his name so that you can go watch him too. But in the meantime, this is how we're going to do it. This is how we do it. So he likes to share something that made me think. I internalized and made my experientially, basically what it is I'm a spirituality process, and all these words mean basically the same thing to me. It's called your restorative embodiment, your 0-1-year-old healthy self-worth. I can name to you all the therapists you can go learn from, and when somebody says to me, Maria, I find it hard to believe, I just learned as a kid, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. And I did learn how to be humble, God. You know I learned that because I remember when I got my lesson. This is the only lesson that I ever had in my life. The other one was not really a lesson. My friend that I did not talk to for 5 years, who I was fuming smoke out of my nostrils, when we became friends again, even though we never stopped, because, you know, friendship is forever. I just might not want to talk to you. That doesn't mean you don't exist. It just means you. So my friend, he taught me what shame does. Yeah, what being afraid of being inadequate as a human being makes you clown, makes you do shit. So basically what relationships are, as you are noticing, are a bunch of beautiful moments, because I have a twin. I know all about ruptures and repairs. I'm not inadequate. I'm just different. That doesn't mean I'm ashamed. Nope. Don't you notice? So see, this is a tone of an inner world that is going to piss people off, the ones who have no authentic self. They're going to say, you know what, she's a snob. No, you know what, she's an evil bitch. No, she's an evil witch. No, you know what, let me go make up some other bullshit. If she's got some skeletons hiding, oh, I know which skeletons I got hiding in the closet, don't worry. Oh, see, when you're actually actively conscious the entirety of your life, you're like, how many ways do people use your words against you? Let me see. Okay, that's interesting. That one's fascinating. Wow, wait a minute, hold on. Are you serious? Wow, now that's fascinating too. So that's how it works. Instead of people who yell and scream and they start saying, you think you can get a one over me? That's structural dissociation. Now that's really not great because that angry circuit is completely making a person who's in probably what is split thinking, black and white thinking, and they need a good therapist, but they think that they know everything because angry circuit, full blown, you're doing stereotypes, generalizations, you name it. Those thoughts and emotions, oh, they're real, Maria. I have clairs. Really? Okay, your twin flame can't control you. I'm telling you, I got 3 twin flames. They didn't control my brain, nor do my soulmates, but you better bet I have a good laugh. Oh, whenever I'm picking up more, so FYI, mystics, come on over because I got so much information for you. Because you know what the unconscious is, right? Right? Yeah, I do. So I'm picking up on what I'm picking up on. And thanks, Daniel Siegel, the relational field. So, you know, we have our immediate oversoul and then there's a collective. My inner child is alive. Like you can say I'm a real girl and I know all about passion, which is why anybody who comes near me, if they don't want to know their inner child, they're not going to want me. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Unconditional love. So you offer it, like my teenage boyfriend. He wanted somebody to tell him how to live life. I'm like, that's not my job. I'm not your mom. I'm not your anything. No, I'm your partner. I'm going to support you. What do you want to do, hon? Oh, I'll make you happy. See, had I gotten to this age, I'd be like, okay, you know what? We're doing polyamory because you totally need to be in a not... No, excuse me, I'm laughing because what's the word that they say? Polyamory equals unfaithful. Seriously, you need to go look up that word. It's consensual non-monogamy. I can't get words out of my mouth because I'm thinking of how many people I know out there, that they don't have the capacity to share their lovers and that they don't know anything about their inner child and they want to yell on screen and stuff like that. You know, I'm just thinking, am I stupid? Well, we don't know, do we? So here's the deal about stupidity. Every one of us can be stupid. I know I'm willfully ignorant on a lot of topics because I have no interest. It does not tickle my brain or my fancy at all. And I'm having a good time tonight, aren't I? With look what I have. I am possible. So nothing is impossible. And on that note, relationships. It's people who have open hearts and not afraid. If you're afraid, you're not going to want to be in a relationship. And usually it's going to be your inner child. We talked all about that in today's episode on love. And what's sad is this push and pull thing is really not interesting. So we don't push and pull, those of us who are secure attachment 1-year-olds. We just want to hang out and have fun. And if somebody's afraid of love, well, we can't do anything to make them not afraid because we're not their nervous system. And see, here's the thing about when you find out that secure attachment people have healthy self-worth and they don't do this. So my boyfriend, as a teenager, he broke up with me. Go figure, right? You'd think I would have. You'd think, you know how many people think that I'm traumatized? And I'm like, wow, they just keep coming at me with more of how depressed shall you be, because they can't capacitate themselves that a human being can be actually happy. Like this throws my mind. My mind's like all over the place. And I got called emotionless, by the way, because I don't do drama queen or king stuff, but I got called emotional. Oh, that one. Now that one is a good thing I was far away, very far away, because I would not have been very nice. And we're going to have another episode because I'm having a good time. So we're going to take a take 2, but relationships, straightforward as it gets. It's a fun ride for those of us who know love. It's called Jesus, thank you. God, Akash, infinite consciousness. It's called secure attachment. It's healthy self-worth. Come join personal development, self-help for real, but it means doing emotions the grown-up way. So we don't want to do what we see Elsa Journey people doing. We're going to do a take 2. So again, come back if you want more. In the meantime, please share love, kindness, compassion. Know that forgiveness is straightforward as it gets. It's called I'm a person, you're a person. We're going to make mistakes always, but we can talk from our open hearts and see eye to eye because that's what love is. It's I want a hug. I'm a 3-year-old.